Have you ever felt like you're running on a hamster wheel, making no progress? That was me 2 years ago. I just found an old journal entry that read, "It's the same song, but a different verse. Will I ever move forward?" I remember writing that after yet another exhausting day at work, feeling stuck and burnt out. But today, I couldn't help but smile reading those words. If only that version of me could see where I am now, how much has changed and how much I've grown. This moment of reflection made me realize how powerful journaling is, not just for venting or setting goals, but for tracking growth. Let's explore how reflecting on your past journal entries can help you uncover those same insights. I'm Alicia, and welcome back to Pin Your Purpose, where we explore how journaling can help you live a more mindful, intentional life. Today, we're talking about why reflecting on your past entries is one of the most transformative practices you can do for yourself. Reflection allows us to see our lives from a whole new perspective. We're constantly moving forward, but we rarely look back to see how far we've come. For instance, I found an entry from a time when I was juggling multiple work projects, feeling completely overwhelmed. Back then, I thought I couldn't handle it, but now I see how I built skills and resilience from that experience. That's the beauty of reflection. It shows you your progress, even when it feels like you're stuck in the moment. For busy professionals, this is essential. We get so focused on the grind that we forget we've already conquered similar challenges before. For students, reflecting on past entries can reveal how much you've learned and grown academically. And for parents, it can give insights into how your relationship with your children has evolved. Seeing this progress reminds us that we're constantly growing, even when it doesn't feel like it. One of the most insightful aspects of reflection is noticing patterns. For example, I realized that every Monday, my journal entries started with something like, "I'm dreading this week." I also noticed that I often wrote about work stress, but rarely mentioned my personal goals or self-care. Once I recognized that pattern, I made small changes to balance my personal and professional life, like planning something enjoyable for Sunday evenings to reset for the week. Here's a quick exercise for you. Flip to an entry from 6 months ago. Read it, then ask yourself, what was your main concern back then? How do you feel about it now? Has anything changed? This simple reflection can reveal hidden patterns that impact your daily life. For students, this might help you realize which study habits work best. For creatives, you might spot when your ideas flow most freely. And for busy parents, it could reveal where you need to carve out more time for yourself. Now, let's tackle something a little harder. Confronting the emotional blocks that can arise when reflecting on old entries. You might come across difficult memories or moments when you felt lost. It can be tough to read those words again, but remember, reflection is about growth, not judgment. Now, pause the video for a moment and think about a challenging entry in your own journal. How would you comfort your past self? Take a minute to write it down. When you're ready, press play and we'll keep going. Writing a compassionate letter to your past self is an incredible way to process emotions and remind yourself of how much stronger you are today. For my creative thinkers, reflection isn't just about emotional healing. It's a powerful way to spark new ideas. When you revisit old entries, you might come across unfinished stories, half-formed ideas, or dreams you once had. These can be the seeds for new projects. Try this. Pick a random entry from your journal and use it as a creative writing prompt. Set a timer for 10 minutes and let your thoughts flow. You might be surprised at the ideas that emerge. Sometimes, all it takes is a fresh look at something old to ignite your next project. Now, I know that reflecting on your past journal entries isn't always easy. You might feel embarrassed about your old thoughts, or you might struggle to see any progress at all. If this happens, don't judge yourself. Judgment-free reflection is key. Focus on growth, not perfection. And if an entry feels too painful to revisit, it's okay to skip it for now. You don't have to process everything all at once. Reflection is about progress. It's about recognizing how far you've come and allowing yourself to grow without harsh self-criticism. Let's talk about how you can start reflecting on your past entries. One of my favorite techniques is the then and now method. Choose an entry from a year ago and rewrite it from your current perspective. How would you approach that situation or feeling today? What advice would you give your past self? This exercise really highlights how much you've grown over time. And here's another tip. Take 15 minutes at the end of each week to review an old entry. Write down what's changed, what goals you've achieved, and what you still want to work on. It's a simple way to stay connected to your growth. Whether you're a busy professional managing stress, a student looking to improve study habits, or a creative thinker seeking inspiration, reflecting on past journal entries is a powerful tool for growth. Your journal is more than just a record of your thoughts. It's a roadmap of where you've been and where you're going. This week, I challenge you. Find your oldest journal entry and write a letter to that version of yourself. Do this within the next 24 hours to jumpstart your reflection practice. Share a snippet of your letter in the comments below or on social media using the hashtag #PinYourPurposeReflection. Let's create a community of growth and inspire each other. Don't forget to like this video, share it with a friend, and hit that subscribe button for more journaling tips and ideas. And remember, your past entries hold the key to your future growth. Let's reflect and grow together.